The state of Karnataka has a vision for the future of Bengaluru, and it requires space, specifically 9,600 acres of it, earmarked for a massive new Greater Bengaluru Integrated Township and an AI city. To build a second central business district 30 kilometers past current city limits, the government plans to swallow up a massive expanse of rural land. The political force behind this is heavy. The state is offering up to 3 crore rupees per acre, with leaders like Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar publicly claiming that 80% of local farmers are actively asking for this buyout. From the halls of government, this land looks like a blank slate waiting for concrete. But that perspective completely ignores what is actually growing there. The Bidadi region isn't barren terrain. For 25 years, local farmers invested their own money to tap the Suvarnamukhi and Vershabhavathi water systems, turning dry earth into a highly profitable irrigated agricultural zone. The output here is staggering. Alongside millions of fruit and coconut trees, the area supports a massive sericulture industry and supplies 6 lakh liters of milk to the state every single month. That dairy production is largely run by women. It provides them with total financial independence and sustains the households of over 24 villages. The farmers are now into their second year of consecutive protest. Despite the multi-crore offers, they are demanding the government retract the modification and leave the management of the soil in their hands. This is a direct clash between top-down corporate expansion and ground-up self-sustaining food security. Federal law requires 80% farmer consent for private development, but the state bypasses this entirely using the KIAD Act, enabling forced acquisition without a vote. With this threat established, real estate cartels move in, spreading manufactured rumors of permanent greenbelt restrictions to incite panic. This panic is weaponized into predatory debt traps. Small plot farmers, terrified of losing everything, are coerced into mortgaging their land to these middlemen for a fraction of its true value before any official compensation is paid out. Right now in Bidadi, the clock is running out. The state is accelerating the process, preparing to issue final notifications by the end of June to lock these farmers out of their property rights. The entire strategy rests on speed and isolation. The state and the brokers need to break the economic resilience of individual farmers before they can organize a unified defense. We know this playbook intimately because the exact same tactics were deployed previously in Channarayapatna, where the government targeted 1,777 acres of fertile land for industrial zones. The farmers there stood their ground for 1,198 days. They endured police baton charges, mass arrests, and severe physical injuries, refusing to yield. The standoff finally broke when the farmers were no longer fighting alone. Writers, trade unions, and citizens from across Karnataka traveled to physically stand with them. The sheer weight of that public pressure worked. On July 15, 2025, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah completely scrapped the acquisition notices. Channarayapatna proved that the state's legal loopholes and real estate pressure tactics are not invincible. The machinery of forced acquisition crumbles the moment it faces a massive, organized citizen mobilization. Today, the farmers of Bidadi are looking at that exact same June deadline. The final notifications are being drafted, and the pressure on these villages is reaching its peak. Local agrarian groups and the Karnataka Rashtra Samiti Party have managed to hold the line on the streets for well over a year. But fighting the combined resources of the state and private cartels brings any local movement to a breaking point. For Bidadi to survive, it requires the Channarayapatna effect. These farmers urgently need outside reinforcements to step in and break the government's momentum. If the state breaches Bidadi, it writes a blank check for future expansion. It signals that no agricultural zone, no matter how productive or well-organized, is safe from forced urbanization. We are at a decision point for Karnataka. We have to choose whether our land is managed by real estate cartels or protected by democratic consent and sustainable farming. It is time for environmentalists, activists, students, and citizens to step out of the city and act as a physical shield against the bulldozers. Join the Bidadi by Ramangala Chalo rally on Saturday, June 6, 2026. If you are ready to stand with the farmers, go to the comments right now. Drop your full name, your current location, and your phone number to officially join the movement. History shows that when enough citizens physically occupy the line, the political machine stops. The fate of Bidadi depends on who shows up.